嚟到東亞超級聯賽非凡12對 Ryukyu 歡迎大家嚟到塔城體育館。馬上為大家送上嘅比賽咧，將會係由嚟自菲律賓嘅生力啤酒人對住嚟自日本嘅琉球黃金帝王。琉球黃金帝王係舊年非凡12嘅冠軍。而生力啤酒人咧係菲律賓嘅傳統勁旅，曾經咧係連續2次贏得本地 B.League 聯賽嘅冠軍。今年咧，如果大家有留意到，呢個3支菲律賓嘅球隊咧嚟到作賽，所以咧好多菲律賓嘅球迷咧亦都係嚟到呢現場咧去欣賞比賽。大家亦可以喺呢個時候咧就 follow 翻 Facebook 同埋 Instagram East Asia Super League 去關注咧就係非凡12嘅比賽。
Back middle and like lob actually, and then he mostly likes to shoot a lot, but you just put your hands up. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are still here at the top 6 station for the continuing games of the East Asia Super League Terrific Cup 2019. Our third match today is the SANMIGUEL Beermen from the Philippines going up against the Ryukyu Golden Kings from Japan. Starting for the SANMIGUEL Beermen, number 6, Chris Ross. Number 7, Kevin Ryukyu. Number 44, Gus Wells. Number 29, Owen Santos. And number 25, Lester Prosper. Head coach for the SANMIGUEL Beermen is Royal Austria. And now starting for the Ryukyu Golden Kings from Japan. Number 2, Mao Fukuda. Number 3, Dorito Namisato. Number 4, Demon Brooks. Number 14, Ryuchi Kishimoto. And number 32, Yuki Togashi. Head coach for the Ryukyu Golden Kings is Romeo Sata.
We are in the third match of day 3, the final day of eliminations here in the East Asia Super League Terrific 12. And something that is much awaited here. A battle between champions, the defending champions of the Terrific 12, Yuchi Kishimoto, and the rest of the Ryukyu Golden Kings going up against the champions of the Philippine Basketball Association in the Philippine Cup and the Commissioner's Cup, the SANMIGUEL Beermen. This is the action right now. Jutsuit and Sidel having our third game today. We are in for a show. The starters for both squads, you have Ross, Romeo, Lesser Prosper, Santos, and Des Wells for SANMIGUEL in white and red. For those in gold and blue, you have Fukuda, Namisato, Brooks, Kishimoto, and Vince Para. And Prosper opens things up with that too.
No, Lester Prosper immediately establishing his presence inside. Interesting matchups all around here. In this game, we have the battle between Ross and Kishimoto. And of course, Romeo and Namisato as Kishimoto right between the eyes. Starts the game with long three-pointer over Ross.
Yeah, and that's a guy that they'll have to watch out for the SANMIGUEL Beermen because he's the reigning MVP of the Terrific 12. Sure, he did not have the best of games the last time around, but you know that at any given day, he can erupt. Namisato.
Actually, he has his backcourt partner, usual backcourt partner there, and Namisato playing with him now.
And Damon Brooks getting away that time with the defense not being able to stand in front of him. Brooks is trying to redeem himself from a relatively subpar game yesterday. The Ryukyu Golden Kings did lose by 38 points. And they went up towards...
That was a really big deflating defeat for the Ryukyu Golden Kings. They come in here as the defending champions, and you run into the Shenzhen Aviators, who activated Shabazz Muhammad for that second game. And Shabazz Muhammad did not see action in the loss to the SANMIGUEL Beermen. This is the three-pointer. And all of a sudden, a souped-up Shenzhen team overwhelmed. The Golden Kings only had one import yesterday.
And before that, the Shenzhen Aviators lost to the San Miguel Beermen. So, you know, all that playing into the mix. In order for Ryukyu to be the one to advance into the next round, we're going to need a big win here over the San Miguel Beermen. We're talking about a large margin. Needing to make up for the 38-point loss they had yesterday.
And as for the Beermen, they can avoid all complications with a victory against the Ryukyu Golden Kings in a possible matchup with Lance Stevenson and the Liaoning Flying Leopards in the next round.
And Narito Namisato staying steady there. Was also a part of the championship team we saw last year. Crossover and Prosper. Easy foul to call for our referees.
Sato giving up a few inches to Terence Romeo, but underestimate him at your own peril because he can create and score.
And another three-pointer knocked down this time by Mitsuhara, who struggled from the field yesterday, but this time opening up his game.
He missed his first 5 attempts from beyond the arc against the Shenzhen Aviators, and all of a sudden he starts the game in fine form.
Des Wells taking his first attempt of the game. He's going to want to get going. He is scheduled to be the import of the San Miguel Beermen in the final conference of the Philippine Basketball Association in the Governor's Cup. He wants to get his feet wet here with his team. Namisato, crossover. Again, the kick out to Mitsuhara. Same play they ran the other time. And it resulted to 2 more points for the Ryukyu Golden Kings. Off to a great start here. 10-4 is their lead over the San Miguel Beermen.
Let's make some noise for Green Team from Korea.
Guys, okay? So let's try to run, okay? Right seat. Don't get out here, okay? Once you get the ball in, you can attack. But out here, look for an opening, okay? But shy, you have to move the ball fast, okay? Doesn't happen, okay? So you can run 1-4-3 on the go. Okay, this time, let's run now. Amida, okay? Lester, okay? Again, okay? 5, 4, okay? Come on now, okay? 3.
Hey!
Come on, everyone in Macao, give them a big hand!
Damon Brooks and the Ryukyu Golden Kings. They belong in Group B of the Terrific 12, along, of course, with their opponents now, the San Miguel Beermen and the Shenzhen Aviators. Only one team will advance. Right now, it's San Miguel in a good position to do that, but if Des Wells can continue to come up with plays like that, they should be able to get back in this game as they fall in early against the Ryukyu Golden Kings.
Des Wells, terrific backdoor play here. Offense is going nowhere as Terence Romeo picked up his dribble, but Des Wells flashing to the baseline and getting the reverse to go. Tough shot for the San Miguel import, no problem. Des Wells, very impressive in his debut for the Beermen, continues to do well.
He had 29 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists against the Shenzhen Aviators. San Miguel won that game 90-76, 14-point victory.
And really, San Miguel with the advantage with Des Wells on the floor. He's going to be guarded by a local for the Ryukyu Golden Kings.
Ross could not hit that from the corner. Stuff, talk to us about the situation as we see here. Arwin Santos will lay it in. Somehow, even the Filipino crowd still kind of disappointed. They wanted an Arwin Santos slam dunk there.
Yeah, with Santos and Beermen calling an early timeout and making their adjustments here.
Kishimoto getting away from the defender. Short though. Wells. Open court assassin. Takes it to the heart of the D. Hang, bang, hook it.
Des Wells coming alive early in this ball game. Wasn't involved in the first few possessions of San Miguel, but right here the Beermen doing it on a defensive end. Santos steal. Des Wells running the floor, triggering the fast break and finishing on his own. 1-on-3, no problem for Des Wells.
You can feel renewed energy from the Beermen coming out of that timeout that Coach Leo Austria requested earlier. That's 5 straight points for them.
Ryukyu still holding on to a 1-point lead.
Now check that, that's 7 straight points for San Miguel Beermen.
And you have to remember that Ryukyu also took an early 8-point lead against the Shenzhen Aviators, and from there, it was an all Shenzhen show.
Attacking from deep. That's been a weapon for Ryukyu in this game. 3 out of 4 that team is from the 3-point line.
Well, if you're the Golden Kings, you hope that that continues in this ball game, as Des Wells once again heating up in the first period.
Well, this is what San Miguel wants to continue. Tapping into the strength of Wells, but Damon Brooks showing us his own strength there. Ryukyu also has 2 imports on their roster, but Josh Codd did not see action yesterday. And he is in uniform today. Yesterday wasn't even in uniform. He's wearing his jersey, but not having the start.
Yeah, that's true. As Brooks with back-to-back baskets, they're finding the big man inside. That one-hander drops. That's a Prosper. Too far away from Brooks.
Romeo steps back. Triple, doesn't bounce in. Kishimoto to the cup, to Kantake.
The Golden Kings will not force those type of shots, especially from Kantake. If Brooks is getting the better of Lester Prosper, there's another foul on Prosper. That will be a second foul. Brooks having the advantage in terms of speed. He's drawing out Prosper, taking him off the dribble. And good things are happening for the Ryukyu Golden Kings.
They've been aggressive and taking it to the cup, being able to put pressure on San Miguel. Prosper will be replaced for now, as he has picked up 2 early fouls in this game. I remember watching the Blackwater Elite play, and in their very first game, they were really hurt by Marcus Blake entering foul trouble early in that game.
Well, that was a gamble on Coach Harris. He committed a 3rd foul before the end of the first period, so that really hurt their chances. As Christian Steinhardinger or Kishimoto with a switch here. Smaller defender on Brooks. Now it's Chris Ross on Brooks. On Ross. Terrific strip job there from Chris Ross.
That's why that man is a defensive player of the year in the PBA. He has some offense as well, showing us that time, but his move came after the whistle. A foul had already been called. Brooks, if he did not know who Ross is, he would have thought that was a mismatch favoring him.
If I were Brooks, I wouldn't, put that ball anywhere near Chris Ross. Could have gone for a jump hook and away from Ross, really, but Ross had 6 steals in that game against Shenzhen, and shows you his defensive prowess.
Always just so steady, and Romeo dropping the deuce.
Terrence Romeo has hit a couple of mid-range jumpers, has missed a 3-pointer, but Terrence Romeo has fit in perfectly with the
You have to elevate. Someone who's a quick to give. He rolls to the basket.
Hey! Up the pick and roll. If the big man stays with him, guard, take the ball up, okay? Yeah, switch it, because if he get down here, you got one person on the weak side.
Back inside the Top Sec Stadium, Ryukyu still holding on to a 4-point advantage, but an offensive foul called there on Hayato Kantake as he tried to set a screen to delete the defense of Romeo.
Beermen recovering after the slow start. 12-4 earlier as well. Yes, points for Des Wells in the first quarter.
Trouble brewing up for the Golden Kings as Des Wells starts to get going here. Stan Hardinger with the hard hedge. Oh, nice shot there for Ishizaki. Fresh off the bench, immediately providing 3 points.
Ishizaki started yesterday in Shenzhen and hit a couple of 3-pointers in the first period. This time he starts on the bench, but manages to also provide some offense from beyond the arc.
Ishizaki dumps it down low to Brooks against Santos. Prosper still sitting on the bench for San Miguel. Ryukyu puts it up. Ishizaki will miss. Good tap for Santos. They're off and running now. Stan Hardinger looking for a guard.
Great defense there by Arwin Santos against the import Brooks.
Romeo drops the triple.
And it's Romeo all day. And that 3-pointer ups his tally to 7 points.
Onoderas also checked into the game. Ishizaki left open again. Did not answer back this time. Santos beats Brooks to the rebound.
He gives Brooks the look as well.
Uh-oh. You know what, Sidel? Earlier, it was the 3-pointers falling in for Ryukyu. 4 out of 5 they were to start this game. San Miguel, after going 1 for 6, they have knocked down 2 consecutive threes.
Des Wells and Terrence Romeo. The Beermen now on top by 2 with under a minute remaining.
Another strip there for Ross. They had to put it up.
Should be a shot clock violation, but instead the Beermen recovered the basketball.
Well, if Ryukyu got control of the possession, it would have been a shot clock violation. But now Romeo drawing that foul on the Ryukyu Golden Kings. So if they're not hitting 3-pointers, they're drawing fouls from 3.
Well, now aware of the threat of Terrence Romeo and Ryukyu, forced into that mistake of fouling Terrence Romeo, as you have a first look at Paul Samar and the terrific 12 replacing Chris Ross, who has not scored but has provided an impact on the defensive end.
Oh, definitely. And that's what they expected, Ross. That's why he is considered as one of the top guards in the Philippines, because even though his shots aren't falling, he finds ways to be able to impact a basketball game. And of course, in East Asia, you're talking about a lot of guards, a lot of great guards.
Especially in this tournament that we've
Yes.
seen Yuki Togashi, who unfortunately will not be seeing action in the semifinals. It was the Seoul SK Knights who are going through because of exploits from Kim Sunhyung.
Another great guard that we've seen here. And it's more than just imports. Of course, we are treated with guys like Shabazz Muhammad, Pierre Jackson, Lance Stephenson, a bunch of other talented individuals, including this man, Des Wells, but mostly the locals that are showing up. But right now, it is the Des Wells show.
Wow. Des Wells, change of pace, change of direction, and the spin, plus the finish.
It felt like a different game when Ryukyu was up by 8 points. Romeo tried to save it, ran out of time, but SANMIGUEL mounting a big run. Coming back from a deficit of 8 to take a 7-point lead at the end of the first quarter. That's Des Wells, who has 15 points in the first quarter alone. And when SANMIGUEL went down 12-4, that was the biggest lead by Ryukyu. Des Wells said, "Now this can't be. Let me take over."
Yeah, absolutely. And also Terence Romeo contributing with 10 points. So you can't also underestimate the impact he made in that first period. But it is on the defensive end where I think SANMIGUEL really worked doubly hard. They cannot underestimate this Ryukyu Golden Kings team. So in the early going, Damon Brooks had a straight line drive twice. And Coach Leo Austria, recognizing that these players are not playing good defense, he calls timeout and makes an adjustment.
Oh, the kick out pass though for Wells. Goes out of bounds, and it was tapped by... Did they say that it's gonna go? Oh, it is gonna go to the Ryukyu Golden Kings.
So now, Ryukyu making the adjustment, doubling on Wells. He saw the mismatch with Kishimoto and the kick out by Wells goes out of bounds the other side of the court.
Itahara to Brooks. Kishimoto popping out. Here's Kishimoto, a long bomb hitting the front of the rim, bouncing off but being chased down by Hasegawa. Another crack at it, Hasegawa from deep.
Hasegawa, nothing inside for the Ryukyu Golden Kings, but no problem because they have a wide array of snipers from beyond the arc. Hasegawa that time, first three-pointer of the ballgame for him.
And he is also responsible for chasing Des Wells. Miss from outside. Here comes the Golden Kings, defending champions of the terrific 12. Missing that time, good box out for Stan Hardinger. Wells on his way to the cup.
Too open for Kishimoto, really. He's well defended, and he makes the shot. That time is getting some really, really good looks here in this first half, but has struggled, actually. And Kishimoto, and back-to-back misses for him.
Yeah, and now Von Pesumal will check in. The Miguel Beermen had 3 points the last time around. Tomonobu Hasegawa will be called for a foul. I can feel his pain. He has a tough job trying to stop the onslaught, ongoing onslaught of Des Wells.
Oh, Des Wells, such a great defensive player. was seen against the Shenzhen Aviators. What he can do is got that mid-range game. Former Maryland Terrapin. And, you know, living up to the hype, really. And actually, the hype was coming from the San Miguel coaching staff.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, that's who else has delivered so far. 17 big points, 17 of the 33 of San Miguel.
Once again, this is a battle between the top two teams, or the top teams, of course, of Japan, they being the Ryukyu Golden Kings, defending champions of the Terrific 12. They won it last year, which I thought was in an upset fashion because heading into the finals against the Guangzhou Long Lions, it was the Long Lions, bannered by Maurice Pate, bannered by Kyle Fogg. They were considered favorites, but the great basketball shown by Ryukyu, that powered them to winning it all. But they've changed their lineup, some tweaks here and there. Damon Brooks was not with that team last year.
Yeah, that last season, as we mentioned earlier, Ira Brown was in the lineup. Jeff Ayers, former NBA player, was in the lineup. Josh Scott is on the bench and has not played in this tournament. Was an integral part of that championship run as well. And I remember that 5 on the floor. Namizato, Kishimoto, Ira Brown, Ayers, and Scott. Wow, that's why Kishimoto was full of confidence taking shots because he knows that Ayers and Scott will get the rebounds for him.
Lots of contact there. Reynolds asking for a foul.
That's true. I think he has a case there. As Namizato, that hand of Namizato just throwing him off there on a fadeaway.
Bezos has size advantage over Namizato, but they share a laugh afterwards. Namizato saying, I'm not going to let you get away easily. Mitsuhara! Quick spin to the basket, and that pivot was all he needed to get the points.
Over Prosper there, Mitsuhara has shown that he is an outside threat, that time scoring from underneath.
Prosper, he can hit it from outside. Not that time though. And the winner of this match, if it turns out to be San Miguel, then it will be them who will be advancing as they will finish the round, the elimination round 2-0. For Ryukyu to gain an advantage and be the one to qualify, they'll need to win by a large margin because they lost yesterday to the Shenzhen Aviators by 38 points.
That was really a surprise.
It did surprise me too.
The way Shenzhen dominated Ryukyu, but you gotta understand that Ryukyu played with only one import.
Well, they are still playing with one import here today as Josh Cott hasn't been sent into the game yet.
Well, defense tightening up now for the Golden Kings.
Mitsuhara all alone by the baseline, couldn't get it. Mesumal grabs that rebound, being chased by Brooks. Wells to Zamar, wide open. Money on the three.
Zamar losing precious minutes to make an impact for San Miguel. Running the point, and that time a recipient of a good pass from Des Wells, who knocks it down for his first basket here in the Terrific 12.
Onodera has it. It's currently a 5-point lead for the San Miguel Beermen of the Philippines. What a move there! Onodera just getting rid of the defense of Pesumal.
Stopping on a dive and spinning away on the blow-by. That was Onodera with a basket using the glass.
Stan Hardinger receiving that release pass from Zamar, trying to go one-on-one against Mitsuhara. A gazillion moves, but couldn't get the 2 points. Brooks, no foul whistle there. Stan Hardinger all alone.
Simple basket for him, but on the other end, plenty of contact on that drive from Brooks. No whistle as Lester Prosper avoids a third foul here.
But that time, Damon Brooks taking advantage of the fact that Prosper is limited because of the 2 fouls he has. Wells. In and out dribble, steps back, jumper wet.
Yes, Wells, that jumper is sick, smooth.
Brooks facing up. He really wants to attack Prosper. Losing control that time.
Not too eager there. And he wanted to draw a foul on Prosper.
Lester Prosper powers his way through.
And the size advantage. Prosper showing us the move there. Spinning baseline, spinning left. And leaving behind the defender. It's a 7-point lead for SANMIGUEL.
之後都可以掃描之下嘅微信交通嘅藍色金銀分，進入咧非凡12籃球賽互動留言場支持你哋愛嘅球隊。湖人總冠軍周文健好靚仔，我有人話我好靚仔，歡迎各大球隊揾肥豪做加場係喎。做話
It's not your skill. It's just about patience. People cutting, replacing. See the space. Thankful. Yeah, it's only about that. Yeah. Good, good.
入樽啦，好快有球上場，得，冇得㗎，冇得㗎。
Let's just keep it two sides. Let's get into the second pick. That's the middle. You're going into the pick and roll. Yeah. All right. 相手のとこスイッチしても逃していいから、スイッチのとこ戻していいから。
Thank you for watching the East Asia Super League Terrific 12. Des Wells on the bench after scoring 19 points in the first 15 minutes of the ball game. Kishimoto trying to wiggle free of Chris Ross, uses the Brooks pick. Kishimoto, tough layup, couldn't get it to go. Ball will stay with the Ryukyu Golden Kings.
You know, I felt like it was the right move to pull out at that point. That off-foot layup. Try and throw the defensive Prosper away. Brooks not getting it. Good box out there for SANMIGUEL, especially Samar getting that board.
All Samar getting extended minutes here.
Besumal. Good. Nice kick out pass from Stan Hardinger.
Right on the money, on the pass to Besumal. Besumal got it in his shooting pocket immediately, and that quick release is money for Bon Besumal.
You know, I love what you said there, that he got it in his shooting pocket, and that made it so much easier for him to put it up and knock down the three. Kishimoto could not answer back.
High arcing three from Kishimoto. Had to get rid of Stan Hardinger. Still Stan Hardinger right in front of him.
And Kishimoto getting it past the defense of Stan Hardinger.
This has been the trademark of the small but quick and agile Japanese guards in this tournament. They can't take you off the dribble. As Stan Hardinger that time experiencing the wrath of Kishimoto on that drive.
Because he challenged Kishimoto. He clapped and said, "Come try my defense." And that's exactly what Ryuichi Kishimoto did, reigning MVP of the Terrific 12. SANMIGUEL throwing the ball away. On the break are the Golden Kings. Ross will be whistled for a foul, saying he got all ball.
Smart play there by Onodera, keeping that ball away from Chris Ross. He tried to go behind on that layup. Look at this. He was really making an effort to put that ball away from Ross's reach. He knew that Ross is capable of taking that ball from him or blocking his shot, and instead he goes to the line for 2 free throws.
But did you see a foul there?
It looked like there was some contact from the angle of the referee, with Ross claiming his innocence.
Onodera hearing it from the majority crowd that is Filipino here. Stan Hardinger, there's the help. But even before he was able to make his move, a foul had been whistled. Foul on Gantake.
Well, the thing here for why they stuck close with they weren't really taking a lot of three-pointers. They are not taking a lot of three-pointers today compared to yesterday, where they really fell in love with their three-point shot after making the first 5. Really, they went cold. That's why the Shenzhen Aviators pulled away.
Here's Stan Hardinger. Christian not getting it. Prosper on the rebound though, and that's gonna be Ryukyu basketball.
Stan Hardinger taking it to the other side. That's his favorite move on the low block. Prosper putting that ball down, and that's an opportunity for the Japanese guards to take that ball away from him.
Kishimoto has it. Working his way around the defense of San Miguel. Brooks. Release pass Kishimoto from 8 kilometers away. No. Brooks. Offensive rebound. Cleanup. No. But no one there to pick the ball up for SMB.
The Golden Kings staying active with the offensive glass.
Wow, San Miguel dodging so many bullets there. Well, a couple of attempts from the Ryukyu Golden Kings. Far, far away.
Yeah. All the way to from the strip, really. They whistle. It's like a foul.
Dan Hardinger will be whistled for that. I feel like there's a little too much one-on-one here.
Yeah, San Miguel no longer taking shots not in the flow of their offense anymore. And they're also in the penalty, so this will mean free throws for Fukuda.
The free throws for Fukuda.
San Miguel in penalty. Fukuda at the free throw line.
I'm pretty sure that Ryukyu is the first time for them to experience that getting booed here in this tournament.
Oh yeah. People love the basketball that they saw from the Golden Kings last time around. It was enough to win a championship, but they are caught in a difficult situation right now.
All these crowd favorites here. Ross loses the basketball to Kishimoto.
Kishimoto blowing by. Unable to get that bucket. Santos through the foul. Arwin Santos will head to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
The Ryukyu Golden Kings, Kishimoto missing on the layup. On the other end, Arwin Santos, a nice pass by Ross to trigger the break. Santos draws the foul, goes to the line between free throws.
Mao Fukuda, he had the responsibility of trying to guard Shabazz Muhammad yesterday. Santos almost rimming out, but it stays in. San Miguel now up by 6 points. Arwin Santos, 2013 MVP of the Philippine Basketball Association. Overtook that second free throw, but they get the ball back. Lester Prosper against Brooks. Puts it up, bottom of the net.
Over Brooks, who had his hand down, expecting Prosper to back up on him. Prosper that time settles for the face-up Jay and knocks it down.
Mitohara trying to muscle his way in, will not be able to do so.
Mitohara backing down, and Arwin Santos recognizing that he had the advantage in size. Santos fouls Suhara, who will go to the line for 2 free throws. 7 points for the big man of the Ryukyu Golden Kings so far.
He had the double-double yesterday against the Shenzhen Aviators. 10 points, 10 rebounds. This man also a big factor for his team. But as we've mentioned, they did lose by 38 points against the Shenzhen Aviators. Chris Ross getting some clarifications from our officials, because the way calls are being made here could be very different from the way they are called back in the Philippines. Mitsuhara gets 1 free throw, trimming the deficit down to 7. Wells has checked back in. Des Wells making his move. Romeo dancing in front of Hasegawa. Oh! Wow. Everything but the shot for Terrence.
Terrence Romeo. He has a plan when he does that.
Brooks against Prosper. There's the spacing of the Ryukyu Golden Kings. Where do they go in this offensive team? Brooks will hit it from outside.
Brooks realizing that he find it difficult when he is on the low block with Prosper, draws him out and knocks down this three-pointer.
From Korea, everyone, let's make some noise.
Let's flip it and let more solid screens this time, okay? They fighting over now.
Okay, let's run it. Okay, I want you to be here. Let's start, I want you to be here. Abi, I want you to be here. Okay, I want you to be here. Okay? Hey, Ari, look at this, okay?
Yeah, let's give them a big hand.
Then you will set up a screen, okay? For you, okay? You will set up a screen, okay? Arvin, you're here, okay? Now, after this screen, watch out, okay?
Yeah, they fighting over. So last game they was going to flip out of now.
Damon Brooks trying to lead his team here as he tries to team up with Yuki Mitsuhara, but as well at 15 points in the first quarter. He was responsible for the separation that the Beermen have been able to get here, but has been limited to just 4 points here in the second period.
Still no sign of Josh Scott, the other import of the Yuki Golden Kings. I don't think he's going to play. Oh, Romeo!
Terrence Romeo, the drop, and then the drip on the three.
That's a bad man right there. Oh no, Dana was down on the floor. Romeo touched him for a bit, and he knocks down that three-pointer.
He said, stay there, young fella. Ishizaki looking to get it back. Gets away, and that's going to be 2 points for them. 12 seconds left on the clock for San Miguel. One more crack at the basket. Can they improve this 5-point lead? Romeo looking to dance. Romeo puts it up, bottom of the net.
I'll be the best one-on-one player. One of the best one-on-one players here in this tournament. Terrence Romeo ends the first half with a bang. 5 straight points as San Miguel extends the lead to 7 at the end of the first half.
咁當然之前我哋見過3打3嘅比賽，而家我哋請嚟咧就係小朋友同埋佢哋嘅爸爸一齊出嚟咧玩呢射籃嘅遊戲，但係呢個遊戲有少少複雜，我慢慢解釋下。So 阿吳生係咪啊 ？And Donald's family，而家就係嗰度 this side of the board。好，點樣稱呼？謝生、陳生咁啊，你哋將我咧喺呢邊嘅球場，好簡單啊，好簡單。So pay attention。 爸爸咧就係會喺罰球線，謝生或者陳生一邊左邊咧，一邊右邊。嗱，小朋友，過嚟先，緊唔緊張？唔使緊張啊！你眼指望南瓜，唔使理出邊啲人，唔使理我。再近啲好冇 ？OK。小朋友咧，我哋係射近啲；爸爸咧，我哋係射罰球線。總共咧，你哋一隊咧夠快入3個波咧就得啦。阿爸爸你唔好射咁近，爸爸你射罰球。 如果你射入緊咧就唔得喎 ，OK？ You guys know the rules, okay? So the dad and father is going to shoot from the free throw line. The kid, baby boy, going to shoot closer. Okay, ready? Hold on. Hey guys, everyone in Macau, can you give them some cheers? 可唔可以掌聲鼓勵下啲小朋友先 ？Come on. Ready? Let's have the baby boy with the ball. Let's have the baby boy with the ball first, okay? And we have 2 more balls for the father. Make sure 我哋係公平嘅 ，OK？ Come on now. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Shooting at the same time, okay? Go. Help you keep track the score, okay? 唔好太亂啊！繼續啦，唔使等啦，係咁射咁射。One. If they make it off, please raise up your hand and let me know who wins the game. 現場嘅朋友，我哋俾啲掌聲個鼓勵下佢哋嚟，come on! Yeah, little baby boy, give it play in top set. 加油加油，小朋友加油啊加油！爸爸，你忙你嘅啦，我幫打你。慢慢。繼續。係啦，可以啦，後面你 make a shot。Down it. 3. Did you win it? 好，吳先生係入咗3個波啦 ，OK？ 先生 one this side and one about this side。哇！呢個遊戲搞到我老眼昏花。OK， 恭喜晒係陳生。OK，let's give them a big hand, Mr. Chen and Mr. Lee. Thank you very much. And of course, Donald. Thank you. You guys will win a T-shirt. 各位嚟到泰式體館嘅朋友可以繼續 follow 我哋 Instagram 同埋 Facebook 去跟蹤 East Asia Super League 東亞超級聯賽。希望各位繼續享受我哋今晚嘅賽事，多謝。
of the San Miguel Beermen at 19 points in the first half. He was helped out by Terrence Romeo, who had 15 for himself. On the other side, Damon Brooks leading his team with 15 points, but has not really had big help just yet.
Well, 57% shooting for the Beermen, and in particular, Terrence Romeo very efficient, 5 of 7, and Des Wells as well shooting above 50%, 7 of 13. That's why San Miguel has this 7-point lead as we start the second half.
Here's Wells. This is still the East Asia Super League. Terrific 12. We are in the last day of the eliminations. This is the second to the last match, actually. Third game of day 3. Judd Sulit and Sadaf Tupa still bringing the action from the Seac Stadium in Macau. Wells trying to hit that rebound, chased by Ross, saved to Wells. San Miguel running. Well, Prosper wasn't ready for that pass. All alone was Ross. Beautiful ball movement for San Miguel.
Chemistry and cohesion of San Miguel on full display there. Ross stayed behind, did not really move, and as soon as Prosper found Santos, he was wide open.
I think it's important to emphasize that at some point in this game, San Miguel was down by 8 points.
Yeah, especially with the hot shooting of Ryukyu.
Santos says no. Brooks will not get it.
Ryukyu has to be careful here. San Miguel putting up points on the board quickly, and this could turn into a rout quickly for them.
Wells took a hit there and seems to be in pain. Brooks fouled by Santos.
Aaron Santos will not back down defensively. Damon Brooks. Hard drive to the basket right here. Sonodera rejected by Santos.
Well,
we've had a handful of beautiful blocks in this tournament.
I was just about to say it. Even against the Aviators of China, Aaron Santos also had a highlight block then.
Really throughout this tournament, we've seen some highlight blocks from Salametry of Liaoning.
Is it still really a highlight when it's Salametry?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean,
It's
my wording was wrong.
Yeah.
It's still a highlight, but it's not surprising anymore. He just goes after every shot.
Absolutely.
Romeo gets it to Prosper somehow. Lester Prosper bends but doesn't break.
Like a two-man game here between Romeo and Prosper. Romeo using the Prosper pick. Great spacing on the part of the Beermen. And Namisato is taking away Brooks. Unable to defend the pick and roll properly. The pass from Romeo was just right on the money for Prosper, who completes the 3-point play lead. Now up to 13 points.
Absolutely. It just has been a tear for San Miguel. They are showing more than their offensive firepower, just how well-rounded their game is on both ends of the floor. Fukuda from the corner, that's a 3.
Fukuda, a dead shot from beyond the arc. Des Wells had his hand down, wasn't able to challenge the shot, and he quickly acknowledges his mistake there. He's down to 10.
Fukuda, the defensive specialist of Ryukyu, manning Wells right now. Des being challenged, puts it up, rippity drop.
Beautiful move, Des Wells, all smiles from the San Miguel import. Fukuda thought he had a chance, but Wells was able to get the shot on the run, and on the other end, Damon Brooks with a quick response.
Wells, quick trigger. Couldn't get the 3-pointer, but a kick out lands back in his hands. Prosper wants it. Confusion on the defense of Ryukyu. It's Mitsuhara who eventually takes Prosper. And Prosper will draw a foul on Mitsuhara. That's going to be the first on Yuki Mitsuhara. Second team foul for the Golden Kings.
Now that play made possible by the hustle of Marvin Santos. To collect the offensive rebound, and he was able to find Des Wells.
Oh, what a highlight! Off the inbound, Des Wells racing the roof of the Seac Stadium.
Wow, Deswell signaling to Chris Ross, just threw it up there. And he elevates for that alley-oop jam.
Wells has taken flight so many times here in Macau. A provider of highlight plays, but Hasegawa says, that's still just 2 points. Here's 3 for you.
Des Wells has brought it off to a terrific start here in the third period.
Romeo dancing once again. Namizato staying with him. Romeo losing the rock.
Well, Namizato showing us some pride in his defensive work. As far as I can remember, Namizato went toe-to-toe against Kyle Fogg last year in the terrific 12 and stayed in front of that American import.
Yeah, that tough job. Look at this. It was barely a lob actually, but Des Wells wanted it to be an alley-oop. That's why he got off his feet and just punished that rim. Here's Romeo again, taking on the challenge of Namizato. A foul called on the Japanese.
Two teams were grouped together. This is one of the matchups that I was really looking forward to. Namizato and Romeo. Namizato known for his defensive play at that point guard position, and Romeo known for his offense at the one spot as well.
Offense not provided by Romeo that time. He misses the 3. Namizato to the corner to Kantake. They recover. Brooks, that ball tapped. It will stay with Ryukyu. They're down by 9.
Quick hands there by Chris Ross, also taking a wide open 3. If he did not deflect the pass.
Namizato coming up to get that inbound. Here he is, 5:45 remaining in the third. Brooks wide open from outside, drains the 3.
David Brooks has shown us that he's capable of hitting those 3-pointers in this ball game. Now up to 21 points.
Santos straight away. Couldn't get it. Tip for Prosper.
Nobody putting a body on Lester Prosper there. Easy putback for the San Miguel import.
San Miguel's biggest lead was 13 points. Brooks back-to-back 3s.
Oh, he is feeling it. Amon Brooks, just a 2-pointer there. The lead is at 6 points.
They rule it a foot on the line. Wells has it. Will pull Fukuda out. Now making his move. Prosper. That's going to be a 3 if it goes. It doesn't. Ryukyu always so deadly on the run. And that's going to be a highlight for Brooks. His own version of a jam.
Amon Brooks going on this personal 7-0 run for UQ, and he puts the Golden Kings to within 4.
Damon Brooks up to 25 points right now, and he single-handedly brought life back to the Ryukyu Golden Kings. They were already down by 13 points, the biggest lead of SMB. In this third quarter, with his efforts, they've pulled to within 4.
Well, I thought it was their work on the defensive end, and Misato accepting the challenge to defend Derek Romeo and forced into tough shots.
But Des Wells just dancing in front of Hasegawa and eventually getting 3 points for himself.
All day for Des Wells right there.
Hasegawa tried to get them back but couldn't do so. A win for San Miguel would automatically bring them to the semifinals. Ishiga. Now it's Kishimoto. Ishizaki pulls back, waiting for that pick set by Brooks. He goes to Brooks. There's the respect that San Miguel has shown towards Damon Brooks after a couple of nice shots that he drained.
Well, he wanted Kishimoto to cut, but Kishimoto, of course, wants to spot up from beyond the arc.
And so does Romeo, but he's unsuccessful. Wells tapping the ball to himself, stepping back to the corner. That's no good. Ishizaki with a rebound. 4-on-1 break for Ryukyu. Hasegawa tried to go glass, intimidated by the defense, and that was a missed opportunity for the Golden Kings. They had a lot of advantage in that transition attack.
Yeah, but you know, San Miguel doing a great job going back in transition.
Santos, no good on the 3.
Just one pass on that offensive sequence for the Beermen. Have to do a better job in moving that ball around.
Kishimoto. There's that off-foot layup again. He has found a lot of success through that shot.
Yeah, very useful, especially for the smaller guards. Off-foot layup, catching the defense off guard as Kishimoto gets the bucket.
Romeo, no good. He has found it difficult to maneuver past the defense now, but he did end the first half on a good note.
What I like about the Golden Kings here is that even though they were down by 13, the crowd was getting into it, but here they are responding, showing a lot of character from Japan. They are the reigning champions in this tournament, and they lost big last night. And it's really difficult knowing that you might, even if you win tonight, you might not make it to the next round. But here are Golden Kings still all business tonight against the Beermen.
Kishimoto leaving Ross behind. No help defense there.
Poor communication there from the Beermen. Son Hardinger drawn out. He was aware of the threat of Mitsuhara 3-point shooting, so no help as Kishimoto drove to the basket.
Well, pulling up another 3-pointer for Des Wells. He's got 31 points now.
I like that Des Wells has taken charge here in the third period, especially with Damon Brooks also taking charge earlier.
Hasegawa, he lost daylight, had to kick out to Kishimoto. Ryuchi to Mitsuhara. Baseline J rims out. Zamar pushing the basketball. Paul Zamar ran into a brick wall there. A foul will be called on Kantake, or Hasegawa, that is.
Felt the impact of that collision from right here. That as Zamar ran into two Golden Kings players. You gotta remember, just a reminder for those following San Miguel, they don't have Mar Fajardo, 5-time Philippine Basketball Association MVP, still being rested because of an injury, minor injury.
And they also lost. Zamar lost the defense. Came in strong, dipped his head down, and collected 2 points. I was saying that San Miguel also missing the services of Alex Cabagnot, another guy who they depend on a lot.
And Marshall Lassiter as well.
That's right. Kantake making sure he was behind the 3-point arc. Still doesn't get it.
That took him off his rhythm, knowing that he had to step back to take the 3-pointer. But keeping the possession alive.
Yeah, that was just effort for Bonadera. Chris Ross will be replaced by Fontesmal.
We talk about staying ready. Talk about Paul Sama. Not seeing action in the first game, but right here inserted into the ball game has made an impact, relieving for Terence Romeo.
I'm sure Paul Zamar has been waiting for his chance to do some damage for the Beermen. Buda off on his attempt.
Neslov that time had his hand up to prevent the open shot of Buda.
Here's Wells. There's that screen. Kick out to Pesumal. Corner three. Oh, good. Fukuda with a rebound. Forward pass. Kishimoto. And it's going to be fouled there.
Dangerous play there. A lot of tables behind that rim. Our medium threats are also positioned there, but a foul.
No malice intended,
Yeah,
just
no bad intention there, but we wanted to really prevent the layup from going in here.
both men actually lost control afterwards. And they shook hands, and that's what you love about the terrific 12. Yes, they're opponents, but a lot of friendships have been made here as well.
Yeah.
You know, these teams stay in the same hotel, and afterwards, you see them for sometimes hanging out. You'll see them greet each other whenever they're having their meals. Got 4 seconds remaining. Wells couldn't get it off the glass. And it's going to be the end of the third quarter. Des Wells just couldn't get 2 more points in this period. But San Miguel stays steadily on top by 6. 10 more minutes remaining in this game. And San Miguel up 74-68. Des Wells and the San Miguel Beermen, they are up by 6 points, 74-68. We have 10 more minutes of action here in the elimination round of Group B. It's the East Asia Super League, Terrific 12, Jutsulit and Sedel Tupas on the call. Coming to you from the Top 6 Stadium in Macau. The winner of this match will be able to determine who will make it to the next round. Santos caught a bit of the arm. If San Miguel wins this game, then they will be on to the next round, the semifinals. Will face Liaoning, Lance Stevenson, Salam Edgery, and the rest of the Flying Leopards. This is the move from Damon Brooks. Well, a lot of power there.
Well, Santos caught Brooks' hand there. In the third quarter, San Miguel's field goal shooting down to just 51% at the end of the third. They were at 57% at halftime, and of course Dennis Romeo now only has has 15 points so far. They finished with 13 at the end of the first half, and is still on the bench. Talk about Desi Wells though, 31 points in 27 minutes.
He was silent in the second quarter, only had 4 points then. But this time, in the third, woke up again, dropped 12.
Just a 4-point lead for San Miguel here. They need a win to avoid any complication of their entry to the next round.
The lob pass to Wells. Oh my goodness! He wanted to commit a crime there.
Oh my goodness. The audacity of Des Wells to pull that one off right here. This is crazy how he just wanted. No, he was even thinking about doing it.
You know, Marcus Keane, an import of the Jeonju KCC Aegis, for some reason is seated behind a San Miguel Beermen bench. He was up on his feet saying, "What were you trying to do?" He had his arms up to the air, just amazed. That was a highlight miss, if there ever was one.
Oh, I wouldn't mind replaying that over and over again. I was just scared for the defender.
You know, if this was a dunk contest, I think that would still have garnered maybe at least a 45.
Yeah.
Onodera has it for Ryukyu. Offensive foul called to Mitsuhara.
He was moving.
I thought there was no way that there was no case for the Ryukyu Golden Kings to contest that, because he jumped into a new position when he found out that Zamar was gonna fight through that screen.
Yeah. Well, Zamar, actually, Shimoto was wide open already, but Suhara moving while he issued that screen.
Santos to Stan Hardinger. Attacking. Count the basket. Christian Stan Hardinger drawing a foul on Brooks. The problem's piling up, but that's just the first foul on Damon Brooks.
Oh, Damon Brooks doing a great job staying out of foul trouble, but what about this move from Christian Stan Hardinger? Going to his favorite right. He was wide open out on that left elbow area before driving into the basket foul. And Stan Hardinger will shoot the bonus when he returns.
Make some noise for Dream Team!
Number 4, Damon Brooks.
現場嘅朋友可以跟住 Dream Team 嘅節奏一齊拍手。Clap, clap, clap, everyone! Everyone together!
疲れては悪いけど、軽いプレーし始めるなよ。Real help! 最高。自分のファウルの数と考えるよ。Hey, thumbs down! Thumbs down. Thumbs down. Alright. ちょっと何でピッチ出したいから、基本的にこっち側にパスしろ。OK。Just don't thumbs down. Diamond, こっちに。出てきて、ドリブルハンドオフとナリ。去年やったやつ。オーライ。ステップアップ。最初にスタッフやってないサブサウンドいい。あ、分かりづらいから。Let's just go into diamond space. Diamond, alright. You need somebody to focus. Get out from here. Dribble hand off and then go step up, alright. Go. マウェイここいて、こっち行けばいいから。
Ryuichi Kishimoto trying to salvage the stint of the Ryukyu Golden Kings here in the terrific 12. They did lose yesterday by 38 points, and that ultimately makes it so difficult for them to qualify for the next round.
Well, Kishimoto has 12 points, but he's just shooting 1 for 6 from beyond the arc. As Stan Hardinger looks to complete this 3-point play. He doesn't.
Well, it's going to be a tough climb for UQ to be able to be the ones to advance in Group B, because they will have to win by 52, more than 52 points which doesn't look possible with the time remaining on the clock. Excellent defense shown by San Miguel. Zamar collecting it. Wells to Pesumal. Des Wells finding Juan Pesumal, who delivers the news.
As well as making the right decision, although everyone here wanted him. He slammed that one home, but very unselfish on the San Miguel import to find his teammate.
Namisato to Mitsuhara. The crowd coming alive here inside the Top 6 stadium. Stan Hardinger picking it away to Zamar. And oh, Zamar just sent it up. And there was no way that was going to fall in, but then Brooks slapped it so hard that the board moved automatic goaltending on the Ryukyu Golden Kings.
Yeah, that's true. Paul Zamar, the Beermen, last two possessions here of the Golden Kings, really stepping it up a notch defensively right here. Stan Hardinger playing the passing lane and able to find Zamar. That's a goaltend. But you know what? I've seen Paul Zamar hit those types of shots.
Not enough English that time, though. But yeah, those are the breaks that hurt you. Now it's a 12-point lead for San Miguel. This crowd, majority of it Filipinos, and that's why you're hearing them make noise. Oh, Brooks coming out of nowhere!
Nobody putting a body on Damon Brooks, and he throws it down on the stick back.
Wells. It's still Hasegawa's job to bother him. Zamar will put it off. No good. Prosper with the rebound. Putback is good.
Mr. Prosper all alone for that putback. Defense of Ryukyu extending all the way to the three-point line. That left Mr. Prosper open.
Zamar saves it to Stan Hardinger. Zamar recovers. Sends it to Wells to the corner. Des Wells couldn't knock down that triple. Brooks making sure they get the possession.
Gotta admire the effort of Damon Brooks, almost single-handedly keeping the Ryukyu Golden Kings in the ballgame.
Oh, and it was almost a break for Ishizaki. Wells has Hasegawa. It's a 12-point game, but it feels like we're tied up. A foul committed there by Ryukyu, and that will send Stan Hardinger to the free throw line.
Well, you know this crowd, every time the Beermen have the basketball, they're always looking forward to something spectacular to happen, and that's why they're always on their feet here. They're very excited, but look at this. Brooks throwing it down with authority. Stan Hardinger unable to box him out.
The highlight there being provided by the Ryukyu Golden Kings.
29 points. Damon Brooks, the lone import for the Golden Kings.
However, the last two free throws of Christian Stan Hardinger have been missed. They'll have one more here. Ryuichi Kishimoto now on the bench of the Ryukyu Golden Kings. We're left to wonder if we'll still see him. Still have 6:52 to go here. Stan Hardinger improves their lead to 13.
It's much more comfortable for the Beermen. They're getting here in that third period. The Golden Kings lead of 4 points.
They won that quarter. And that's Namizato getting away. Little hesitation, and we saw that earlier. Another breakdown in the defense of San Miguel as Stan Hardinger went away because he had Brooks to pick up, who was near the free throw line. I think Pesumal was expecting Stan Hardinger to pick up Namizato.
That Prosper was nowhere near the play to protect the rim as well. Namizato, very good, very shifty, especially with the ball in his hands.
They trimmed the deficit down to 10. It's Romeo being redeployed by Coach Leo Austria.
Wow, it's been a while since Nevins Romeo was on the floor. He was part of that big run for San Miguel to start the third period.
Coach Norio Sasa of the Ryukyu Golden Kings looking for a way to get back here. They still have a lot of time, but they gotta douse the fire that's building on the San Miguel side.
So Hardinger fighting up position there. They hedge Romeo on the ball screen and have the whistle for the personal. Ryukyu already in the penalty.
Yeah, they went 6 for 3. I think it was a product of Stan Hardinger attacking and attacking relentlessly. Romeo now finding himself at the line. He erupted for 13 points in the first half, including so many highlights. One time dropping the defense of Onodera before hitting a 3-pointer.
Yeah, and right here, there's Romeo has is called off the bench, and maybe he needs this free throw to start to get going again.
Namisato. Now it's with Hasegawa. Brooks from deep. This time fails to connect on Wells and Prosper, almost losing that rebound because they were the two battling each other out for it. Wells sees an opening. Daylight couldn't be taken there. Running start for the Golden Kings.
Hard foul there by Des Wells preventing the layup. The name of Brooks is double work in this ball game. And Des Wells that time setting for the outside shot on the other end. A big bad shot, really it triggers the fast break on the other end. Long rebound leading to a transition attempt there for the Ryukyu Golden Kings. Now Damon Brooks has a chance to cut this lead to just 9.
Brooks, big numbers for him, 29 and 8, make that 30. But he has had to work so hard for Coach Norio Sasa because their other import, Josh Cott, still unavailable. Yesterday, he wasn't in uniform when they took on the Shenzhen Aviators. This time in uniform, but still not seeing action, although he did warm up with their team. Wells currently has 33. Adding more to it, now 35.
Hasegawa lost his balance there as Wells bumped into him, but Wells making the adjustment there. And he kisses it off the glass. He's up to 11.
Namisato to Hasegawa, back to the point guard. Being chased by Romeo. They're looking for Brooks, but that door was closed by San Miguel. Namisato sent back by Prosper.
Block there after Prosper.
And Wells taking flight!
The runway was clear for Des Wells to elevate and throw it down, much to the delight of the crowd here at the Top 6 Stadium in Macau. Beermen putting on a show, 90-77 ahead by 13.
插播嗰觀眾嘅朋友啊，我哋有個觀眾團咧喺度咧，你派禮物俾大家，大家咧記緊啲唔係自己收下，就唔使咧就係減少我哋嘅工作人員嘅。每次咧基本上每一日嘅比賽咧，每一場比賽我哋都會咧送咧精美嘅紀念品俾咧非常特別嘅觀眾。希望大家咧就係享受咧今年咧東亞超級聯賽非凡12嘅賽事。 希望大家喺最後第4節，剩翻5分鐘嘅賽事咧，可以更加激情、更加投入咧去欣賞呢場比賽啊！
Des Wells, no shortage of highlights here in Macau. You know, from the 2 games that we've seen him play here, one against the Shenzhen Aviators and this one against the Ryukyu Golden Kings, you could possibly put together a 5-minute Des Wells highlight reel.
Yeah, all those offensive moves, especially those dunks, and not to mention all those beautiful, silky, smooth jumpers. Yes, well, 37 points now. San Miguel has taken a 13-point lead with under 5 minutes remaining. Really tough job here for Ryukyu to fight back in this ball game, because every time they try to mount a comeback, San Miguel comes up with high energy and that is really deflated Ryukyu every time they try to fight back in this ball game.
Namizato opting to pass it out. Uh-oh! Ready for flight. Wells punishing that rim.
Wow. Des Wells never ceases to amaze this crowd inside the top 6 stadium in Macau. Right here. Steal. Des Wells, look out. Here we go. Boom. Des Wells, 39 points in this ball game.
Des Wells, what a sight to see. And I'm sure the Filipino fans in attendance, they're getting a glimpse of what San Miguel will be able to bring into the Governor's Cup of the Philippine Basketball Association. That starts in less than a week.
Yeah, I think they're playing next week on Wednesday. San Miguel.
Imagine, a few days.
Yeah, in a few days.
Romeo has it. Sand Hardinger barging in, missing however. Running start for Onodera. Zamar to beat. Leaving it up for Brooks, who gets the basket.
Much respect to Damon Brooks, keeping the Golden Kings alive here. Lead is 12-14, but back comes Damon Brooks running the floor, beating Lester Prosper to this ball. And a fast break layup using the strong left hand of the import. At the line, looking to increase the tally.
Brooks has tried to lift his team as much as he could. He has 34 points in this ball game to go along with 9 rebounds. And has barely had help, really. Next leading scorer after him is Kishimoto with 12. Wells trapped. Still bought some opening and will not get that jumper.
And one of the rare times that Des Wells picked up his dribble. Can't take anything away from the Ryukyu Golden Kings.
This is a counter run that they've gone on. A string of baskets and they've trimmed it down to single digits.
See the field goal shooting, 53% for San Miguel, but Paul Samar, extended minutes. I'm ready, Coach Leo.
If there's an angle you don't give to Paul Zamar, that's straight away. Kantake from outside drains the three.
Kantake able to trim this lead to just 8 points. San Miguel not out of the woods yet.
Ryukyu just chipping away. Wells not getting it. Brooks with a board.
2 jumpers rimming out for Des Wells.
Oh! A big block! Wells says no!
Wow! Des Wells! What are you?
In the top 6 stadium is going crazy!
Is he real? Des Wells! Did he just do that?
Onodera to the corner, other side for Kantake. Back-to-back triples for that man.
The Ryukyu Golden Kings cannot get carried away with all the highlight plays, because the Ryukyu Golden Kings, they keep on chipping away on the San Miguel lead.
Prosper would not get 3 points in that possession.
Could be a basket timeout for San Miguel here.
However, Brooks loses control. Prosper says, let's settle down. Immediately gets it to Wells. Under 2 minutes remaining here.
I'm on the side of the Beermen. They need to get a good shot at this possession to finally seal the door on the Golden Kings.
Wells attacking, hanging in the air, collecting 2 points. Somebody stop that man. He is unconscious right now.
That's well. What a move right there. Hung in the air. But watch this first. Brooks, the throw down. Wells. No way. On the other end, adjusting in midair. Hang time, count the bucket, and a foul.
That's Wells. Now with 41 points, make that 42. It's a 10-point lead again for San Miguel. Namisato working against Romeo. Namisato from outside, doesn't go. Guess who gets the rebound? The man who's been doing everything. That's Wells now with 6 boards.
Safe to say, San Miguel has this one in the bag. Big response of the Beermen here as Ryukyu tried to knock on the door.
Romeo not getting.
Wow, the crowd coming alive.
You know, they've been waiting for this since the other day. The crowd in Macau are big Ronald Tubit fans. And they had been screaming Tubit's name for the longest time. He finally gets the green light from Coach Leo Austria. Des Wells will exit the game with 42 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. I don't think you can ask for anything more from that man. Des Wells, he has done everything to make sure the crowd here inside the Top Sec Stadium, they get their money's worth. And oh boy, what a show it has been.
Wow. Des Wells had one flop, and he did it in spectacular fashion.
Now the crowd asking for Ronald Tubit, they're still chanting their name. He's already on the court. I'm sorry, but he can't take the free throw for Romeo.
Yeah, maybe they want Ronald Tubit to score here.
Wouldn't be surprised if San Miguel finds a way to get him that basketball, especially with Paul Zamar taking that away. Ronald Tubit cannot cannot help but break into a smile.
Well, Romeo wants to get him that
Tubit dancing. Tubit, the shot, almost. Zamar gets it and Tubit recovers. Ronald Tubit, another try. Hits the side of the board. Oh, and it just isn't working well for Ronald Tubit.
I understand he's called off the bench, but Ronald Tubit is having fun there.
And they will dribble this one out. San Miguel saying, not anymore. We get the win, and that's enough. 101-92, the win for the San Miguel Beermen. And they do this in spectacular fashion. San Miguel will now barge into the next round as the winners of Group B. They will face the Liaoning Flying Leopards in the next round. A sight to see for sure. They win this one, 101-92 over the Ryukyu Golden Kings.